Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Trading with JP. I'm your host JP, and in today's video we're going to talk about the price prediction of where I think Bitcoin's going to go by the end of 2021. And what better time to do it now that we're getting ready to go into December and we only have 1 month left in the year. But before I dive into that chart, do me a favor, smash that like button. It really helps me out with the Google algorithm to make sure that my videos get seen all over the crypto community. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button to make sure that you don't miss any future price prediction videos. All right, let's get started. All right, welcome back now that we are inside of TradingView. And if you do not have TradingView, I highly recommend that you use the second link in the description and sign up for TradingView. Everything that you're going to see in my videos is actually on the 100% free version. In fact, you can see the little banner right here that says unlock the full power of TradingView. If this is a tool that you are not using, I highly recommend that you start using it. So let's go ahead and chart some of the things out. So the very first thing that I want to talk about are our indicators, so that you can see I have our average true range. So right now it's showing, let's see, what is this? It's about 29.72. So if I were to take 59, or let's say 2973, that's our average true range divided by the price right now, about $5,200 times 100. All right, so I know that within the last 14 days on any given day it's moving about a 5% swing, so that's going to help me ultimately figure out my my targets once we get to that point. We're also looking at our MACD, right? So this is gonna give us potential momentum swing. So we can see that we were coming out of a very large momentum, and we have been crashing ever since, coming down here, ultimately resulting in under the 20-day moving average. But it looks like this is starting to come back up, right? So that is a very good signal. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what I would be looking for. So the very first thing that I'm always going to do is I'm going to start off with my trend line. So if I go down, get rid of that. So if I go down here to my lowest point, or one of the lower points, and try to make all of these touch somewhere around like that, and bring that out a little bit more. So that's going to be our trend line. So we can see, so pretty much every time, you know, it bounces off of this trend line, we have another significant rally. So it's bounced here, we're going back up, we're getting ready to cross this 20-day moving average, which as soon as it happened here, we saw a very big explosion. As soon as it, again, you know, happened down here, we saw that big explosion. So ultimately we're going to be trading with trend, with the expectation that this trend is going to keep continuing, right? So if I take a look at this, so over the next couple days, ultimately what I'm thinking is going to happen is that this price is going to either continue to keep going, or is going to go downwards, which would lower our 20-day moving average, right? So let's go ahead and make that red. And at the worst case scenario, we're looking for it to bounce off of our trend line. On a better note, if this price continues to keep going up, we're going to see that price continue to keep going up and test some of our newest levels. So I would say we saw a lot of resistance right here at 65,000, about 65.5. So that would probably be my my goal. 65.4, 65.5 is probably where I'm going to be looking at my first stop target, or my take profit. So if I change this to a horizontal line here, and kind of put that there, that would probably be where I'm looking to take my first initial profit. Now, if I think that the market is going to keep continuing to go, we might try to squeeze it up a little bit higher. But for right now, I feel like that's probably a pretty good entry point. So if we were to, buy right now at 59, and, if we got about a 10% gain on that, that would be 64.90, which falls right along with this. So I think over the next week or so, definitely a good opportunity to lock in an extra 10%. and figure out where this goes. If we're looking at the actual trend itself, this, let's see here, we've got kind of that type of line. So let's say it goes down, or this price continues to keep going. We could be looking at all the way close to about $76,000, right? So, the first obstacle is going to be getting over the 65 level. The second obstacle, in my opinion, is going to be able. Are we going to be able to break this? This 67, this 68, 69 level. That's going to be my second level of resistance. And if we're able to break through that, I would see, I don't see why we wouldn't be able to have a pretty nice breakthrough. For me personally, I feel like $75,000 is probably a pretty high psychological level for a lot of people. So I might, shy under 75 and say, at the very latest that I would probably sell would maybe be around the 73, 74, just to make sure that did trigger. If it gets to 75 or gets close to 75, there could be a lot of psychological fear that it's not going to maintain that position for very long, and we could see a very rapid sell-off. So again, I would definitely make sure that we set our our stop losses and our take profits, which, speaking about our losses, so ultimately what we really don't want to see is it go below this newest low. So if I were to put in a new long position order, so let's say I bought it right here at about 59,000, I'm gonna take my first come on, all right, so there's 59.1, and then I'm gonna take this right here at about 65. This I'm gonna stop a little bit down under the line. So we're only at about a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, so that's not necessarily too bad. We might want that a little bit higher, but again, if we jump all the way up to 67, we're about closer to that 1.5, and obviously the higher we go, the better risk the better reward we have. So something that I may do would be, maybe I sell 50% of the position at 65, the other 25% at 68, and if it were to get there, you finally sell that last 25% at about $73,000, $74,000. So, kind of taking a look at, the line here. Let's see here. So, so here is December. So pretty much everything needs to happen by this time or so. January 1st, December 31st. So everything needs to happen somewhere relatively before this line. So I think, based upon the previous trend line, we could see some explosive growth over the next two to 3 weeks. Of course, giving another week for padding to get all the way up to the $75,000 mark. That would probably be my highest target. Next level would just be reaching that near all-time high again, or the previous all-time high of about $68,000. And from a trading standpoint, the first thing that I would be looking for is, can it hit this $65,000 mark? Take my first little bit of profit. As we do that, we move our stop losses up as we continue to keep going. So that would be what I am looking for on Bitcoin. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, be sure to smash that like button. Like I said, it really helps me out with the Google algorithm, just to make sure that everyone in the crypto space on YouTube can potentially see my videos. So again, if you'll do me a quick favor, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well. That way you don't miss out on any other future price prediction opportunities. All right, guys, talk to you next video.